Good morning, folks. It's a beautiful Sunday. What is today? March 5th, 2023. Today's adventures with backyard adventures with MamaShawna is about maple trees. Let me show you this maple tree. This maple tree is in our backyard. And it goes way up. It goes way up. Ron and I got married under this tree 31 years ago this July. However, this maple tree is not part of our backyard adventures. I will take you to the one that is. This is another maple tree on the other side of our yard. It's part of my garden that is covered for now. Just about ready to get ready for spring. However, I started a new experiment this year. I am tapping the sap out of the maple trees around our property. And this particular bucket is full. You can see that right there. I am going to experiment and see if I can't boil this down into some syrup. I've got more maple trees back here with more buckets. And they're not as full as the other one. That other small tree has really been putting out. So I'll be gathering that today. And then back around here, I've got more in the background. This is in the neighbor's yard, but the neighbor doesn't come back this far. So he probably has no idea that this is back here. But there's a couple more. And there's another one right over there. That one's been producing pretty good. And those two over there have actually been doing good also. So that's what I'm doing. So I will get this going and collect these buckets. And I'm going to boil it down, see if we can get some sap. We don't have sugar maples here in the Northwest, but we do have maples that have a little less sugar content, and that's what these are. So, you know, we'll see what happens. Okay, here we go. Got all my buckets and got all those. This is out here in our rain room is what we call it. So I'm using Ron's brewing setup with his really cool burner that you can really adjust the flames and all that. So got just under 3 gallons. I might, by the time this boils down, maybe get a pint. I don't know. We'll just see. It's an experiment. So happy boiling. All right, there we are. It's a boiling. I'm using Ron's handy dandy digital thermometer. We're at 211, and it's pretty much stayed at 211. Slowly turning it up down here and seeing if it goes up, because they say once it reaches a certain temperature, it'll go up quick. But so far, it's doing what it's supposed to do. Okay, so it's been boiling for a while. As you can see, it's boiled down a bit. We took some out in the ladle, let it cool down, tasted it. Pretty tasty so far. Okay, well, we had to turn it off because it's boiling down to just about nothing. So we're letting it cool down. I'm probably just going to strain it and put it in a jar, and we'll see what happens. See how it tastes. Ha! Hardly anything left. Okay, so we boiled it down, and this is what we got before we decided to take it off the burner because it was almost going to just, you know, evaporate into nothing. Earlier, we took a ladle full, let it cool, and we did a reading that with Ron's handy dandy little
refractometer
that measures your sugar content.
Yeah, it's specific gravity. And what happened is we measured it before we started boiling it, and it was 1.009. And by the time we were done boiling it down to that, it was 1.089. In other words, it got a whole lot thicker as we went along. It got more condensed, and that's amazing.
And a whole lot sweeter. Now,
Yeah.
you look at it, it acts a lot like water. It's not a very thick syrup, but when you taste it, it's definitely syrup. I would say
It's sugary.
it's sugary. It's if I wanted to, I could probably condense it down more, but I'm not gonna. I love it the way it is. It's freaking perfect.
I tell you what, in hard times, if you had to sweeten up your coffee, you go do that, and by golly, you'll have some sweet coffee.
Yeah. So
There
we
put
go.
some in my coffee. It's really good.
and we might try that, and I might make some pancakes, and just see what it is. But there you go, adventures with Mama Shauna. Yay!